Happy solstice, everybody. Welcome back to Herald and Hearth. My name is Auntie A, and I am so excited to be here today. I've already arranged a few decks of cards, and I think we're just going to get right into it today. So let's just take one moment to breathe all the way in and all the way out. Very green energy today. I realized as I was dressing that I am wearing entirely green right now, and that seemed important to say. And then another interesting thing we had when I opened up my cards, I was led to use a new deck, which is I believe it's called the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot deck. And when I flipped it open, I haven't used it for a video or a reading in a long time, and it was on the Death card. Now, I found that rather interesting, just in and of itself, because I quite like the Death card. I find the Death card to be a rather potent and powerful. And would you look at that? Right behind it, we have the sun. This is going to be an interesting reading, and I already know it. But the interesting thing I wanted to start with was that when I opened my deck that I use for every single reading, it was also on the Death card. This collective is going through a completely new kind of transition. And I'm really quite excited to be here. I was excited earlier today as well, and ended up having to take just a little bit of time to ground myself before coming in here to be with you guys. So I'm so excited to be here now. Let's dig into what this message is, I think. Let's get going. We're going to set these aside. Even though I'm a little bit less familiar with this deck, I believe we're going to start here because we have a couple of messages already coming through it. We have the Death card. The end of a cycle. The releasing of what does not serve. Actually, we're going to put it here. The releasing of what does not serve. Because behind it, we're stepping into a new iteration of self. We're stepping into the sun. The sun. What a stunning energy. And then behind that, oh my goodness, we have the star. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then, do you want me to take this? Yes, okay. If you've been here for the last reading, the last pick a card reading perhaps, we have the Ace of Swords, the Craftsman, something being handed to you. Interesting. Okay, let's start with that. Arrange those properly. There we are. Look at this interesting transition we have color-wise. Look at how red, how warm this section is, but it's also darkened. There's shadow, there's grief, real sincere grief whenever there is a true ending of something irreversible. But I feel like there is kind of this sense of acknowledgement and grief, but also this awareness of moving into something greater. Here we have these shadowy colors still, the oranges, the reds, but it's transitioning into something a little bit greener, a little bit more blue. Then we step over into the star. And the star is this beautiful blue energy, watery energy. I'm reminded of Galadriel from The Lord of the Rings, a character who is so wise and retains this sense of knowing that other people may call blind faith. And then we have the Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords that is wielded by you but connected to spirit. Okay, my eye was drawn over here, so we're going to continue with this. Thank you. I keep hesitating, and that's so interesting. It was like that a little bit getting to the reading, like hesitating. And I feel like perhaps that might be a mirror, yeah, of something else going on. Queen of Swords in reverse. My nose is itching. Oh, interference. There's interference of some kind. And it's, oh, interesting. It's almost like this old sort of truth. I know it's sitting upright right now. I'm reading it reversed because it's facing me, and that's how it came up. It's almost like this sort of truth. This antenna is no longer tuned to the correct frequency, like a radio. It's no longer tuned to the correct channel. Interesting. No longer tuned to the correct channel. And it's like Spirit has given you this upgraded antenna, almost. This upgraded antenna so that you can fully expand, I'm hearing. Okay, do I have to leave this out, Spirit? No, okay. I'll put that away. Oh my gosh, I cut the deck to the sun. You guys! Oh, okay. I told you I was excited for this energy. This collective, whoever, you watching this video, the people here, I don't know who is, but oh man, sunshine, where there was loss, where there was grief, there will be a reckoning, an understanding between you and yourself of your own inner divinity, because that's what the sun is. That's what this individual is doing, is stepping into their sovereignty as a human, as a person with a soul. Yeah, you're looking forward to something. You're planning how you're trying to plan how you're gonna move from this point forward, because you're moving in a totally new way. And so it's almost like you're hesitating to move in the same way you have before. And so you're stopping for a moment to plan. And I'm hearing that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing right here. Transitory. Here we go. Okay. Cross that. The Hangman. Ooh, you are in the process of being turned upside down. Ooh, that's so cool because it came out crossed and right across this. It's almost like you're in this pensive planning state because you understand that this ending, this energetic ending, whatever has happened, yes, you acknowledge that it gives you some grief, but you also acknowledge that it leads you into new plans and it turns over a new leaf. I'm actually going to leave that crossed here. I don't often do that, but I think I should. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Oh, the King of Pentacles. You guys. You've been dreaming bigger than you ever have. You've been dreaming of more for yourself, of more of what is right for yourself than ever before. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, interesting. I'm seeing like, let me put this down. I'm excited. I'm seeing here, we have these beautiful flowers at the bottom. We have these same kind of verdant garden energy. And then we have these little houses in the background in the hills and this tower way in the distance. I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it is there. And right here, the tower is closer. And it's almost like you're planning on this new route, this new way of working, whatever you're doing, it's working, I'm hearing. Whatever you're doing is working. And you're dreaming bigger because you can feel it. You can feel everything being turned in your favor. You're no longer suspended where you were. It's almost like the rope that's been cutting the hangman's, pardon me, the rope that has been holding the hangman up is being cut. Energetic cords, energetic ties are being cut. And that this new dreaming, this bigger dreaming, this more abundant dream is part of you understanding your own self-sovereignty, the spark, the source point within you, soul, whatever you want to use to name it. Dreaming bigger is part of that. Hoping for more, hoping for bigger, for greater. Oh, interesting. So it's like I feel like this has already happened, actually. So we're not necessarily just moving in a timeline here. That's interesting. This sword has been bestowed to this knight already. You already have the truth. Oh my gosh, I just want to laugh. You already have it. And you've been waiting how to use it. And you've cut your own binds, and through that, a change has occurred. A cycle has died, and now you're standing on the other side of it, upright, completely reversed from what you thought you knew, maybe a few months ago even. Whenever you're watching this, I know I certainly have. We're all on this journey together, you know? But I feel like you're hoping for more. Like so much more that I hear somebody being like, the audacity. The audacity. I'm hearing something like, oh, that's not. Oh, that's, oh, that's not. Oh, that's not. And those messages are foul. Ooh, foul smelling. Ooh, I actually smelled something interesting. It was 1111 on the clock just a second ago. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. We've got the death card falling out. There is a death to that way of thinking. Spirit, is making it so clear that like that old energy, that energy of other people being like, oh, you're audacious, like, and not in a good way. Ooh, the tower, guys. No, Spirit, your ancestors, your guides, your guardians do not play about you. And I know they don't play about you because mine don't play about me. And we are resonating here on this frequency together. And oh my gosh, you guys, this death of an old way that might have been like foundational for you in a lot of ways. Okay, that's gonna go there. Want me to keep this? No, okay. Spirit says no, because that's not where your focus is anymore. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels, guides, and guardians. What a powerful message. Thank you for being here today, for sharing in this space, for being mindful of your breath, for feeling the surface beneath you. I thank you. Because being centered within yourself is what self-sovereignty is. Being centered and grounded within yourself and your body. Ooh. Somebody's mad. Somebody might be upset. Somebody might be upset that you're not hanging the way that you used to. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Somebody might... Okay. Excuse me. Somebody doesn't want you to hang differently. They want you to hang the same way. And Spirit's saying, honey, you already cut that. You already, like, it's already been flipped. You already been flipped over. And they might be mad about it, but like, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing, because behind that is grounded control of your ability, of your truth. Grounded wielding, Queen of Swords and upright, the Sun upright, Five of Pentacles. We're moving away from poverty, Spirit. I'm sorry that this is a little bit chaotic on screen. I know that I'm not giving you a great look. You're not going to be having to work yourself to the bone anymore. And what you're looking at in front of you might not be like exactly the thing just yet, but it's literally coming in. Four of Cups, it's coming in. So don't sit in that negative energy. Interesting. I'm almost seeing this like two sides of possibility, where you could be sitting, the red and green character. It's the first day of Yule today, the 21st solstice. And we have this figure here also in the red and green, but they're seated on a throne. They're growing, they're working, they're building what they have in front of them while they await this joining. My hand is like moving. Interesting. My left hand, which is my receptive hand because I'm right-handed. Interesting. You better be ready to receive. You had better be ready to receive. 444 on the clock, 1444 on the clock. You had better be ready. And that's kind of why you're being encouraged not only to sit in your power so that you can defend against the hardships of the world, but so that you can actually receive what's coming in, because otherwise it would knock you off your feet. I'm literally hearing it'll knock you off your feet. Oh my God, the sun again, you guys. I don't think you understand. I don't think you can comprehend it yet. I am going to be audacious enough to say that. I don't think you fully get it yet. But you are hoping and you're dreaming big, and that's exactly what you need to do, I'm hearing. Spirit is saying, keep dreaming big, baby. Dream bigger. Hope for more. Know that you can wield that sword in connection to Kether, and know that this thing that keeps trying to stall you, keeps trying to jump in, keeps trying to get in your way, we're removing it. We are removing it because you deserve this. This came from a long time ago. This came from something that when you were little, you went through something. I'm hearing 6. You went through something. You went through something that blocked you off from this idea of abundance, that made it seem like these dreams were impossible. Impossible, I'm hearing. And then I'm hearing Cinderella. Impossible. Things are happening every day. Every day. And it's your day today. I'm going to set that aside, actually, because I think we got the message from that. And we don't need to look back at the past, because look at this. You've been planning. Oh, honey, it's time to go. It's time to go back to joy, to love, to fun, to that little joyful spark within you that you know's there. You know it's there. We have this red-green character again. Ooh. Yeah, you're walking away. Oh my gosh. And then judgment. You're walking away. I'm going to return this to the deck because that's where it belongs. No card is bad. No energy is terrible. Thank you so much. See how those fell? I feel like you have been hoping to get going. You've been hoping to return to this part of you that has felt so blocked off and locked off. Oh, family legacy. If you haven't been around here before, you may not know, I have I believe it's a Smith Waite Tarot deck, Centennial Edition, and this is one of the art cards that came with it. And for me, this is a card that represents family, ancestral family, ancestors, extended family, going back, legacy. It's like you're moving towards an entirely new legacy, and your ancestors are stewarding you because this was meant to be yours a long time ago. I can't make this up, you guys. I cannot make this up. How many times is that? 4? 5? How many times? Like, I'm almost speechless. I just want to show you when it happens, and I don't even know what to say about it anymore because I cannot make this up. What's this? Yeah, always coming in quick, baby. Ooh, your ancestors saying you better be ready. Yeah, you better rest right now. If you feel tired in your body, in your spirit, in your soul, have a rest. Grandma says take a nap. Take a nap, baby. Yeah, rest in your creative power, understanding that rest is part of the process. You're guided. You see that black cat there? You are guided. I would wager to bet that you are actually guided by spirit beings, by whether you have animals or pets that you feel that you are guided by. I very much feel that you are protected, that you are stewarded in a sense to this new beginning. Because when I tell you, get in the sun that many times, I don't know who you are. But I would not want to have been what tried to keep you from this. I'm hearing it is overdue. Spirit is saying it is overdue. And you know what happens on overdue payments? They get paid with interest. The Ace of Swords. You know the truth, so stand on it. Say it with your chest, you know? Speak with your chest. Speak with your whole voice. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Magician. Speak into the world what you wish to see. Speak into the world what are you gonna do with the abundance that the universe gives you? What do you want to do? What have you been planning on? What have you been dreaming about? Because it's about to come in, and then it's going to be in front of you, and Spirit's going to say, okay, what are you going to do? We're so excited to find out, because only you can work your magic in the way that you work it. Only you. No one else. Yeah, so we have the King of Wands on the opposing side with the Queen of Wands and then the Lovers. Your people are finding you. And they find you through you speaking your truth, working your own magic, trusting in your own divine knowing. Yeah. Oh, you're going to have so many options, honey. You're going to have so many options. And it's going to feel good. And it's going to be a release I cannot. Spirit. Like, incredible. 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 Is there any more with this deck? No. Yeah. Eventually, the sun has to rise. In every dark night of the soul, the sun eventually has to rise. Beautiful. Do we have any more messages right now for this collective, for those enjoying this? Ooh. You might be really resistant to resting. I'm hearing give it 10 minutes. When I was starting this, I was kind of hungry, and I was thinking of getting some food, and Spirit said, give me an hour. Give me an hour. I said, okay. So I scheduled my food for an hour. And so maybe that's part of like, maybe you just need to give something an hour. Give yourself an hour. Give yourself 5 minutes. Give yourself a breath. Whatever you, in this moment right now, can do safely for yourself. I understand that not every moment you're free to just kind of close your eyes and shut the world out. If you're able to, bravo. If not, that's okay. But breathe. You can always breathe. Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys. We have the Ace of Water, which has come up a lot for me recently out of this deck. This idea of being poured into, poured over. Interesting. I'm seeing a correlation here between the sword here that's like flaming with spirit, and then this water that's coming down. It's almost like it comes down in that channel, and through your voice, through speaking, through doing your magic, whatever that is. And I know I am saying speaking because that came up, but whatever your magic is, whatever expands your heart and you feel in your soul, right? So let's put that right there. We're going to bring that into ourselves, allow that to multiply, speak it out, work our magic, express. Because we have the King and Queen of Wands here, and then again we've got the Witch of Wands, or the Witch of Fire in this case. This year, 2025, has been the year of the snake, of releasing, of shedding skin. And shedding skin, though a natural process, it's not exactly enjoyable for the snake. It goes blind for a couple of days. It scrapes itself up against hard surfaces. And it's almost like you've been needing to do that. You've, in this process of release, death, grieving, there has been a shedding of skin. And there is a light, but it's almost like you've seen it outside of you, this hope, this faith outside of you, and Spirit's saying it's pouring right into you. It's your light. You are the light. One more card from this deck, I think. Sense of patience. This one? No. Okay. A sense of patience, understanding of your own discernment. Yeah, back of the deck, we have healing. And not just healing yourself, but through healing yourself, healing the space you occupy within the world. Yeah, 3 of air. You may have seen yourself as a staunchly independent individual, being able to do so much, manage, and you've made so much out of so little on this island in a storm. But this death, this goodbye, is not a bad thing. And when you see others following their path, working their magic, sharing their truth, 555 on the clock, things change. Something within you has changed. And it feels frightening. It feels like you're taking a leap into the water, but you know you've been working on your wings. You've been working on your flying. And so you're ready to follow your own path up into the sky and work your own magic. How wonderful. How positive. By healing yourself, by understanding that not every place is forever, not every person is forever, not every situation is forever, being able to grieve and release, returning to the breath, returning to your divinity, that spark of something more within you. Because that is what the sun is. It's like every time you breathe, it's being repeated. You feel that. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. She's holding something very similar. You are empowered unto yourself. You have experienced a great deal of pain, a great deal of exhaustion. You've worked very, very hard to make much of what little you have. Yeah, you've fought very hard. You've had untruths spoken over you and foul patterns surround you. But what has been cut away will not return. Instead, new growth will return. Sensing a few more messages. Don't know how long this will go. We will find out together. Oh, the 6 of Wands. Victory. So that devil that flipped out over and over and over again, I don't think it's a card to be afraid of. I don't think it represents spirits that come after you. However, I do think that there's a reason that we had that imagery in particular today, because look at this. Defeat of the devil. Defeat of the binds that tie us to old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old ways of existing and moving through the world. Victory. Victory over that. Where we want this right here. Wonderful, thank you. Victory. You're gonna get your flowers, baby. You're gonna get your flowers. Like, I don't know. I'm hearing like, do your nails. Like, not that you actually have to do that, but unless it resonates with you, but like, get ready. Like, polish your armor. Like, get ready. Because you're not where you were. You're not where you were. Ooh, I believe, okay, interesting. It's a knight of some sort. I'm still learning this deck a little bit, but I'm actually seeing like Mike Wazowski, like this kind of very unique individual, very unique character that everybody sees a certain way, but in reality, like in the movie, people might see him a certain way, but in reality, like so many of us really, really love that character. And I feel like that's kind of the energy. It's like, don't doubt your uniqueness. Don't doubt your ideas. Like this little character here has imaginary wings behind him. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, those aren't imaginary. You worked for those wings. You earned those wings. I'm hearing every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Yeah. All of these threads that bound you to that old way have been cut. They've been cut away. I'm going to put it with the hangman because it's been cut away. Actually, I read it in reverse when it came out, so let me adjust it so you can see it in reverse. Because if that is so the old way. The King of Cups. Ooh, somebody's going to be coming to you. You're going to have the veto power on something. Interesting. But because you're connected with your emotions and with your spirit, with your magic and your truth, you'll be able to give a wise answer. I'm also seeing you coming before yourself and honoring your own emotional capacity, your own emotions, your own power, your own divinity. Interesting. We have this king. It's almost like a recognition of self. What do we have here? What's going on here? Okay. Ooh, we have a craftsman of swords. Interesting. Craftsman of swords. Ooh, working, bearing fruit. 7 and 8 of pentacles, I believe. Interesting. What's this? Interesting. We have this sense of you've worked at this for a really long time. Maybe you have existed in this lifetime through so much fear, through so much lack. And Spirit is saying it's your time to harvest. You have been living in a world where people have fabricated their own truths and wielded their truths in disconnection from their own spirit. And that is not a cycle. You're not going to be surrounded by those people anymore. Even this one character, this one pirate on the right-hand side is holding a sword up. You're going to find your crew. You're going to find your crew. Do you have any more messages from this deck, Spirit? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Any more? I'm here. No. Thank you. Ace of Fire, force. You're sensing the force within you. Ooh, you are no longer under siege by your own mind. Interesting. This card came out in reverse, and it's kind of like they're standing in the middle of a siege maintaining, but it came out in reverse, and I really feel like that is its own sign. You're in this moment where you're realizing that you're no longer under siege, and you can turn around and walk into the light. How beautiful. How absolutely beautiful. I'm finding myself wanting to get more cards. Spirit, do you want me to pull out the herbal medicine cards? She said, yeah. Yeah, sure. 33333 on the clock. Oh my god. Did I say that 5 times? I don't know. It was 4, but still. Ah, that's great. Thank you. That's so exciting. Okay. I did say I'm wearing all green. I am wearing an extra pair of sweats over top of it that are kind of pink, but underneath that is all green. Okay. All right, Spirit, what message in here? What is the message in here? The last few messages for this collective, the last few messages for this group. Woo! You may have felt like what you wanted was forbidden to you. Like the thing that you so desperately craved that you found yourself kind of trying to catch an essence of without being caught. You're finding that that's actually the key part of your magic, right? Finding that thing, those things about you that maybe seem, aren't perceived in truth by the world, but you know your truth. So what has been forbidden to you? Because that is where the wellspring is. That's where your victory is. That's what cuts your ties. That's what sheds your skin. That is what sheds your skin. 444 on the clock. You are moving through this cycle. And if you're watching this at the time that I post it, it is December 21st of 2025, and there are huge transits happening right now. There's also the 1212, I believe they call it a 1212 portal. You have access to this wellspring. You're going to defy gravity. Ooh. I'm hearing like somebody singing big, singing Defying Gravity. Maybe you have dreamt of being on stage and using your voice. But defying gravity, stepping into what the world sees as a bad thing and following your dreams, even if you're kind of like between dreams right now. And I'm hearing that in a different way than I normally do. Maybe you're between dreams because your dreams are getting bigger. Because the universe is saying, listen up, dream a little bigger. Believe in a Christmas miracle. Do you still believe in Christmas miracles? I mean, not everybody celebrates Christmas, so please forgive me if that is not you, but that it did just come through. Remembrance. Yeah, this is not something that I am telling to you and you're hearing for the first time, or you're knowing for the first time. This is something that you are remembering. You're remembering this. You're remembering yourself. And you're honoring yourself. What a wonderful place to be. Yeah, let magic in. Let magic in. Let your magic in. Oh, how wonderful. I'm hearing that's it for now. How stunning. You guys, what an incredible transition you must be going through. If you feel like sharing, I would be so interested to hear what you're going through in the comments, because we're on this journey together, right? If you feel so led to, please feel free. You're always welcome to share your experiences, your thoughts in the comments. Although I never expect it, and you never have to engage with me in order to feel like these messages might be for you. That's not what it's about. Although I am I am grateful if you choose to do so. Oh, I want to thank you for joining me today. What a fantastic energy. I am so excited for you. I'm being reminded, to say, get ready. Get your nails did, get your hair done. Don't feel like you have to put a mask on, but, buff up a little bit. Because you're going to be in a spotlight unlike anything you've ever experienced. You're going to experience more than you ever thought was possible. And I am so, so excited for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. This has been Herald Hearth. You can call me Auntie A, and I hope you have a wonderful day.